You're watching News 24 Live. These are the headlines. Jonathan blasts Obasanjo over utterances. President Goodluck Jonathan has accused former President Olusegun Obasanjo of scaring investors away from the country by his consistent criticism of his administration. He accused the former president of ridiculing Nigeria before the international community and creating the impression that the country is on the verge of collapse. He pleaded with Obasanjo to be civil in his criticism so as not to create the impression that the country is in crisis. He said the actions and inactions or utterances of the former president should be guarded so that the country is not exposed to the international community as if it is a country in danger, a country that is about to collapse. Obasanjo had blamed President Jonathan for the slow approach the administration has adopted in tackling the Boko Haram's insurgency in the north, and also accused him of trying to extend his tenure by disrupting the general elections. Villagers under probe as army continues Baga mop-up. The military, which reported success in the fight against terrorists in Baga this past weekend, is probing if some women claiming to be villagers are linked to the Boko Haram terror group. This follows the stabbing of a soldier while another was shot during a close-quarter battle, which ensued as troops involved in cordon and search caught up with some of the fleeing terrorists on Saturday evening. Meanwhile, Olukolade said troops engaged in cordon and search in Baga continue to discover more arms of various background and shapes abandoned in some houses and the surrounding areas by fleeing terrorists. He said the cordon and search as well as patrol of the localities continue while the offensive on terrorists was progressing in other areas of the theater of the counter-terrorist campaign. Jonathan describes call for interim government as treasonable. President Goodluck Jonathan has warned that it will be treasonable for anyone to suggest the idea of setting up an interim government in the country. He said an interim government is unconstitutional and would not be acceptable to regional and international organizations. President Jonathan, who was speaking at the first 2015 plenary session of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, CBCN, in Abuja on Sunday, said he would never advocate for the setting up of an interim government, having been elected with clear mandate of the people. He said that any insinuation about interim government is treasonable and people should not talk about it. He assured that elections will hold on the new dates of March 28th and April 11th, as announced by the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC. Julius Agwu reveals real reason for quitting politics. Popular comedian Julius Agwu gave up his political dreams to protect his mother and other family members from being kidnapped. He said that his mother cried when he mentioned in November last year that he was running for office. In 2014, the funny man was one of the many Nigerian celebrities who decided to run for political office in the elections. Julius Agwu opted out of running for government in 2014 without giving any reason. The comedian is married with 2 children.